Yo. Hello, welcome back in video or audio to the Don't Fake podcast.
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want, episode 94. I'm Shah.
I'm Shaheer.
And you look like Lupe Fiasco today.
I look like, or the audience looks like Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah, both. Whatever you look like, audience. But you do have a Lupe Fiasco thing going on.
You know he doesn't have locks anymore, right?
I know, but I like to pretend. That's not racist.
It's because of the glasses, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely the glasses. Did you get those on purpose?
Maybe.
You watched the Lupe interview on Hot 97, you were like...
I was like, I'm going to buy those. Add to cart.
I need those. Amazon Prime. Free trial.
And, I just got these because I don't like the full frame all the way around.
Oh, those are the half frame?
No, they're still full frames, but the bottom is clear.
They get a little
yeah.
Okay. Little fashion out here.
They got this dramatic ass lighting on me.
I have this like weird spirit ball I'm summoning.
Yeah, exactly.
I need everyone's powers. If you could please help me out.
Combine. What is it? Lend me your might.
Yes, I have to kill Perfect Cell.
Or Frieza.
Or Majin Buu.
Mm-hmm. Because he didn't kill Perfect Cell. He just used the spirit of himself to lend to Gohan.
Right. That was Gohan. They did the Super Kamehameha.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. So what do you think of the Batman?
Well, I mean, since I have to redo those reactions, I
watched that trailer a few times.
It looks good. I planned on watching it multiple times after, but then I found out that my camera was broken and was just upset for the rest of the day. And then I thought I lost my wallet, and it was just a bad night. Yeah,
I'm sorry, you had a
very bad night. Yeah, I mean, I found my wallet, so it was good.
Okay, good.
But just that feeling of thinking, like, oh man, this wallet's gone. That was not the move.
I've never in my adult life lost my wallet. And I'm very thankful for that. Knock on wood. I hope I never lose it, but I can imagine how horrifying it is.
You won't lose it. I'm going to rob it.
Okay. Please don't. This is why we don't record at the same time, like in the same place anymore, because Shaheer threatens my life.
I've never threatened your life, and I didn't do it then. I said I was going to rob you.
Hey, I might get scared and die.
That's true. That's actually a big issue.
I have a weak constitution. I'm very
There's a
small.
possibility, yeah. Oh, man.
Shaheer and I, we're supposed to throw hands, like, a lot.
Are we?
One day we will, on camera.
For the clout?
Yeah, why not? Fight.
Is that the rule, not the rule, what is it? The punishment for faking on the Don't Fake podcast?
We noted down in our book.
These hands.
One fade.
Yes.
To be delivered.
One scheduled recording missed. One fade.
One fade.
Excuse me, when would you like to schedule the podcast and when would you like to schedule the fade?
Shape up or?
No. Square up.
Square. That was good.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Nice. That's the end of our scripted portion of the podcast.
Bam.
Thank you all for tuning into that. We're out here making films.
Yeah, it's starring Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, Timothy Chalamet.
Plays Shah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. I prefer like a...
And then Jonah Hill plays me.
We just get white people to play us?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only way they would make the movie is if we were portrayed by Caucasians.
That's very true. You know what I rewatched recently?
But we kept our names though.
Yeah, and it's all messed up. I watched Entourage, like the whole show again after not. That show's bad. It's like it's fine for like the first like couple seasons, but then it just gets bad. And I think I figured out why is because like if you watch that show now, which you shouldn't, it's very offensive. Like
if you watch it now, which you just shouldn't do.
Don't do
at
it.
all.
Like, they say a lot of things that shouldn't be said ever, and I think what happened is towards the tail end of that show, it got into, like, the PC era, and they just couldn't, like, that show just couldn't exist anymore without, like, censoring themselves heavily, so it got really bad.
Word.
But, yeah, that's my hot movie TV take for the podcast. I don't know, man. All this DC fandom stuff is happening. I just feel like talking about movies
I'm just,
and shows.
I would, honestly, it was weird because we didn't start recording until I think after like 3 things were out. So then we were watching things like out of order, and then we left and came back, and then we watched things out of order again. We ended with the Batman, and they were like, "Yo, this was amazing. Thank God we watched this." And then we're like, "All right, let's we're done." He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna watch this a couple more times," and then I was sitting there on sitting on YouTube, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And Brian was like, "What?" And I was like, "We missed one, HBO Max," because we were on the DC YouTube. So I was like, HBO Max has the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League trailer that we didn't do. So then we had to go back and record that one. Which, once again, all of this is just all years. And it's the worst.
Shaheer is talking about Keynote Comics, which is his comic channel, which you should check out. It's pretty good. I'm not into comics. I am kind of, but not like they are, but it's very entertaining.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. I genuinely want to see your guys' reaction to Batman.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like I said, the video is fine. Like, but the audio is trash. And it's not even something that can be fixed, apparently. So now I gotta get a new camera. Yay! I mean, like, I have this camera, which is a different camera, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Do you know what else is trash?
What?
I could go a lot of directions in here.
Yeah, there's
a lot of trash right now. Yeah. Fuck it. Let's talk about the XXL Freestyles.
Oh yeah, XXL Freestyles. Trash. Like I said,
trash.
The participants, they don't necessarily make bad music, but I never want to hear any of them freestyle ever in life. Not once, not twice, never.
So as we're recording this, Jack Harlow's XXL Freestyle just came out today. I think we're halfway.
We got through 6.
Yeah.
I just want to know one thing.
Yeah.
Why? Like, I guess, I mean, it's a numbers thing and everything, but they know how bad these artists are. Well, not like that, but they know that these artists are not gonna like bring out award-winning freestyles. Why are they doing one a day? Like, I don't want to hear a freestyle and then the artist is ABCs. I've never watched an ABC video. I don't plan on watching the ABC videos, but I don't like. I'm watching them and I'm like, yo, I guess you want to give that artist the shine for the day, but I'm tired of this. I just have to wake up the next day knowing that I'm getting mid. And it's infuriating. Yeah.
I forgot about them. Like, last week when they were just coming out, I was like, yeah, here we go. NLE Choppa, Polo G, and then I was like, oh, who else? I don't know. And then Mulatto and Jack Harlow and somebody else. Oh, Chica
and Baby Keem.
Baby Keem's came out?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't watch that one. I gotta watch that one.
Okay.
Is it worth it? Is it good?
No. None of them are good.
Okay.
Like I said, a mid at best.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, Jack Harlow. Did you listen to Jack Harlow's?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack Harlow's was like, I was like, oh man, he tried to put a message in it. I was like, it's still mid.
It's still mid and awkward and like it doesn't sound like, if it was over a beat, maybe it'd be fine. I'd be like, okay, Mr. Harlow.
Why do I wish that we got Timmy Turner now? Like, last episode, I was like, it'll be better than Timmy Turner, and now I'm like, nah, nothing has been better than Timmy Turner.
I miss the memes. Everyone's trying to be serious now. Everybody's like trying to go hard and go like, yeah, here it is. Because I think the rappers that are in it are self-aware. They're like, oh yeah, people, obviously they're on the internet. Like, oh, people are going to talk shit about these. So I got to make sure that they know that I'm not like the other guys who you shit on.
Yeah,
I'm
like, Lil Mozzie got
it.
cyberbullied for a whole year, and every comment on these videos is just like Lil Mozzie's is still trash, which is wild.
That's so sad. But I do think they're hyper aware, and now they're like, okay, now we got to go hard. But the thing is, it just sounds awkward, and everybody sounds the same to me. Mm-hmm. Like, not like an old head that's like, oh, this music sounds the same, but it's like everybody just has the same, to me, like, same delivery, not even the same content, but just like everyone's just saying it all the same way, and it all sounds the same, and I'm just like, I don't see any of the variety in here. Like, it's like everybody had the same idea. They're like, we're just gonna go hard, and it's like they all sat down and wrote together. That's like, they all sat in a circle.
That's what I was saying. If you just it's not even that they wrote together. It's just that we have this weird situation where, I mean, there are outliers, of course. There are like really dope rappers, and then there are a bunch of groupthink ass rappers like who all rap the same, have the same subject matter and everything. That's why I said if you put all of them in separate rooms and we're just like write 2 bars and then had them all record the 2 bars, you could put them all in a row to make a 16, and it would be the most coherent 16 out of all of their raps. Be like, oh man.
Someone should do that. Someone should take 2 bars from all of these freestyles and just write a 16 out of it. Because you probably could very easily.
If you watched, they did a XXL Freshman Freestyle preview, and that's basically what it is.
That's what it is, yeah.
And yeah, that's basically what it was. I was like, oh, this feels like it blends together. It just does so perfectly.
Yeah.
I just don't like. I don't want to hear them cipher. I don't want to hear them rap. I would much rather just maybe the ABCs is just like telling them about their backstory. Like I would want to see like a day in the life of each of these rappers more than I would want to see them actually like try to because first of all, half of them are melodic freaking artists. Why would you give them a and that's all they get to rap over? Hey, what's your background music? It's just ambient noise. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, nah, it's just the room tone. You get to rap over that. It was like, okay, so it's not even quiet. Like, it's not even just raw vocals that I could. Nah, it's just like bad room tone behind there, and that's what you're rapping over.
You know that app you got to help you sleep is one of those settings.
Yeah, it's just that.
I just run that.
Hey, yo, press setting 3.
Yeah, volume halfway.
That's what we get. Like, all right, now make your melodic songs off of this. Well, damn, now I gotta envision the beat. Okay, it's not gonna sound right. It's just not gonna sound right.
You're like, hey, remember that shit I recorded last week? How did that? Do you remember how that went? And then they're coming up and they're like, oh,
can I put the ear pod into one ear with the beat on?
Yeah, so
that I know how to do it.
I'll go like this. I'll rap like this.
Yeah, I'll rap like this.
Huh? I usually get excited for the ciphers. This is the first time I'm not, because like even like previous years where it's like, oh, let's put Denzel Curry and Lil Uzi Vert and like whoever in a room together and make them rap. It's like, oh, this could be kind of cool. This is the first time I'm like, I don't care about any combination of any of these people. Yeah. It is cool to see them like be hungry and like try to out rap each other, but this is gonna be very embarrassing. Like I don't care.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I will say I did enjoy Mulatto's. She rapped. She, but also she, rapped differently than everybody else, kind of.
She rapped it differently than everybody else, but she still gave us some mid.
She did. She did.
Just give us some full mid. I was like, I mean, but once again, like, I mean, I'm not in love with any of these artists, but I would much rather listen to a Mulatto song than that freestyle.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm sure the same with Baby Keem. Like, I would run a Baby Keem song all day. But
like, I listened to rap. Yeah, I listened to his freestyle, and I was just like, this is different from his music, but also, I just want to listen to a song.
Some people shouldn't rap without beats. Just let the beat do its job.
Yeah. But that's what
I'm one of them. I can't acapella. I don't think I sound good. But put a beat behind me. I'm probably fine. I'm good.
Nah, you're not. Say that. You're just never good. Ever. Stop. Get some help.
Okay, I'm trying. That's all my music's about.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Please help.
Your music is not about getting help being a better rapper.
No.
It's about mental health.
Yeah, now we're all dying and suffering.
Yeah. The music to the pandemic.
Yeah. I don't know. What else do we say about the fucking XXL? That's probably it, right? Who cares?
I mean, I don't think there's anything else to say. They're bad freestyles, and I want them to do better.
We'll see how the rest of them go, but I'm not expecting much.
If there's a fire freestyle within the next 4, like I'll be confused, especially just because based on who it is. Yeah, it's like all the people who I thought would do okay, just did mid. Like even Chica, like I was just like, so she's just trying to talk to a girl and wondering if she's straight or,
but like
likes girls. And I was like, this is cool, but it's also 40 seconds.
That's what I was about to say. She could have really gone somewhere. She could have been like, oh, I'm actually gonna like give you something very different. But I texted you this. I was like, she started rapping, and then like I got a notification on my phone, and I read it, and then I looked up, and it was over. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess she only rapped for like 20 seconds.
Yeah. And that's why and that's why I posted like I sent you the Jidjate from 2 years ago, because I was like, yeah, his thing's like a minute and 40 seconds, and he's rapping double time for half of it, so it's just there's so much bars in it, and I'm like, yeah, so I think he just was like, you guys are gonna get trashed for like 2 years, let me go ahead and just provide you with this so you can have
here's everything you need, and then here's DiCaprio that'll hold you over until
you were good.
Yeah. I don't know where they can go from here. And I know it's probably a larger commentary on the state of rap music, but there are not bad artists out there. Like there's some pretty good young people out there right now. Probably should have gotten I don't know any of them, but they should have gotten a spot on here. And it's XXL going, yeah, we don't care. We're just trying to get some hits, and we're gonna pick Cowboy and Polo G and whatever to rap about nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, this is I think it's funny because it's weird. Every year we've said like, oh man, yeah, rap is in a horrible place.
Yeah, that's true.
But then like also every year a really good rapper comes out. So it's like, I mean, maybe not, but it's just the sides have shifted. So like how we were talking earlier about how the freshman classes were really dope before, and then you get like to 2011 and it's like Lil B and OJ the Juice Man are on there, but then it's just mad spitters. So you're like, I mean, these two people are weird, but hey, we got Kendrick Lamar, Mac Miller, everybody in the world.
I forgot. That was a year with OJ. That was so weird.
Yeah, so you're like, this is cool. I'll take this. I'll accept this. This is fine. Yeah. Those two, weird. But then now it's like, I mean, we got 7 SoundCloud rappers, but I mean, Chica's all right. Jack Harlow's cool. Like that was the flip. It's like it went from, damn, these are all really talented spitter ass rappers to, hey, look, there's 2 talented rappers. Yeah. So I think that's just in the transition. This wasn't the first year. No. It's been climbing towards that. It's funny because before it used to just be like, oh hey, they got the white rapper on there, and,
right?
And now it's like, oh hey, they got the rapper on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then they started introducing women. They're like, oh
yeah,
there's a female rapper on here. Cool. That was a big deal.
So whatever. The last decade for the freshman list has been wild.
Who would you have wanted to see on here that was like freshman worthy?
That's fine. Let's find out.
I don't know.
I mean, like I said, I mean, I don't necessarily think that any of these people make bad music, so it's not like I can say that any of them
are like not
shouldn't
worthy.
have been on there. I just, if you were asking me, hey, who would be 10 people that I know that could rap, and then I'd be like, yeah, that would be freshmen. I'd be like, okay, I could give you some. But then again, the 10 spot is always weird because it's always like, all right, who's on here and who should be on here? Like, so, all right, let me go through. So, all right, D Smoke was supposed to, was on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of these people have to just turn it down. Dax can rap. I don't like him, but he can rap.
Yeah, that would have been weird.
Guap Dad 4000 was on there.
Oh, okay.
HD was on there. HD been dope. He's dope, but he's been around for a while. Let's see. There's so many people that just. Oh my god.
Corday last year? Was he on last year?
Yeah, Corday was on last year. Oh, Reason? How? Wait, what? Reason?
Oh,
all right, so I am 100% sure that Reason had to have turned this list down.
Yeah,
there's no way that Reason was not on here.
Yeah, but like, why would he turn it down? He doesn't seem like the guy that would turn it down because of other people that were on it. I don't think he cares about that much.
No, I mean, I think. All right, so this is a whole other discussion, but I think Reason's entire rollout has been destroyed from COVID. Like, the pandemic has destroyed Reason. Because before Reason, before we went into lockdown, Reason was gearing up to drop something. And
he was on a run.
And in collaboration with the XXL Freshman spot, that would have been like a reasonable thing. It would have been like, all right, you pair Reason up with the XXL Freshman list, kind of the same way like with JID, because he had a project coming out. Yeah. And then, but yeah, it's weird because I think every rapper on TDE has been on the Freshman list, including SZA.
Yeah.
So Reason not being on there, I guess he's just like, I'll drop my album next year and then just put me on there next year. Which will be weird because he's just not a freshman.
No, he's going to be the old guy there.
Yeah, all right. So, yeah, Reason 100%. Give me Reason over anybody on this list.
He would have bodied the freestyle.
Absolutely. Like, I would want to hear Reason with no beat.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I'm done. And nobody else.
Reason.
Yeah.
Reason, Guap Dad,
I would have 100% enjoyed some Guap Dad on the freshman list because
I'm sure he might have turned it down.
I don't even know if these people have personality.
Guap Dad's hilarious.
Yeah, Guap Dad he's funny. So yeah, but I looked through a bunch of people and I was like, I mean, they would exist. I mean, like they make sense as freshmen, but
yeah,
I wouldn't want to hear them rap.
So this is we didn't talk about this, but kind of a separate discussion.
I ain't trying to be no freshman. I'm chilling because they'll bring a knife to the fight and not kill them. But I'm on the freshman list.
I mean, you know.
I say we're shot.
Oh man, that's a great transition into what I'm about to talk about. People started coming for Punch. The SZA fans started coming for Punch because she came out and she was very frustrated, upset. People keep asking her about the album, and she's like, "Well, I don't know. I'm done arguing with Punch, so go talk to him about it." And then everybody started coming at Punch and
get Punch on the phone.
Yeah, and I mean, do you not realize how labels and management work? Like that's
absolutely not.
There's a machine behind all of your favorite artists. Nobody's just dropping stuff whenever they want, unless you're like very, very indie. TD's not indie. They're
indie adjacent.
They're indie adjacent. They're getting to be a major label. Major label meaning very, very like they're growing. They're getting bigger. They have a really big reach. Not major in infrastructure and cash flow and shit like that.
Right.
But yeah, I like what people don't understand is that like it's not SZA who's like, yeah, I'm not gonna put music out because I don't like you guys.
Right.
There's a whole machine behind it with like research and data and demographics that Punch has probably looked into, and they're just like, oh yeah, it's probably not the right time. But with that, I do think that TDE has completely not ruined, but I think they fucked up their entire year. They've had so many opportunities to drop great music, especially right now when people are hungry for new music. They have nothing else to do. They're sitting at home. They're going to stream the hell out of their albums. They're going to buy merch because they're not spending much money. Like, and I know like touring and shit, but like, I think they wasted some opportunities this year. They could have put out some good albums.
I have to ask this though. Will they though?
Will they what?
It's been said that it's like, oh yeah, no, this would be a great time to drop music because you have undivided attention. Like people are looking for music and people will stream it. Mm-hmm. But it seems as though. All right, let's ask about you. Like, what do you like? Has there been a project that came out this year that you are like frequently spinning?
No.
Yeah. Really. But I'm listening to a lot of old stuff.
Yeah, me too.
So I don't know. I don't necessarily know that is if that's a big thing, because it's like, all right, yeah, you could drop a project right now, and it could be good, and people will listen to it for that first week, and then stop listening to it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happening. I think when you have the ability, which I mean, I guess right now is opening up a little bit more because people are just saying, screw it. We just have to keep doing stuff. And we're starting to reopen a little bit. But I'm just saying, like, especially when you have the inability to like create music videos for it, do any other content, it's all secluded. Yeah. It's a situation where it's really like your hype dies after you drop the project because there's no ancillary stuff for it. You're not going on any of the shows. You might do a Zoom interview with a radio station or something like that, but there's no real movement for it if you're an artist. Now SZA is SZA, so it shouldn't really like matter for her, right? But I can also understand that this is the same thing that happened with her first album. Remember, she threatened to retire before Control came out.
She threatens to retire a lot, yeah.
So I could see it being a possibility where they're just like, yeah, hey, that's fine. Go ahead. Tell them. Make them crave your music because it's going to be classic. And when it comes out, they're not going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, you had your opportunity. I was looking for the SZA album April 17th, 2020. You did not follow through, and therefore I will never listen to another SZA album again.
Ever again.
Ever.
But see, the problem is also, I think, with how we consume media. Because I think about Lupe Fiasco and Lasers, right? Like, when Lupe was like, my album's not releasing my label's not releasing the album, people, like, protested, they hacked, they did everything they could to get that album out. But now it's like, oh yeah, my label's not releasing the album. And everybody's like, what's going on? And it's like everybody's just kind of up in arms on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And I think it's because of streaming. Like, before we had to like really wait for, there was like a real rollout. Like, it was like, oh, Lasers is coming out July 4th, whatever. Yeah. And that would be announced in January. And then there would be like radio interviews, TV interviews, music videos, posters for months. Yeah. Now it's like, oh, the SZA's album, it might come out August 4th, and then it doesn't, and everyone's like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna move on.
Well, I mean, because everything now, unless it's like a new artist, everything now was a surprise album. Yeah, it's like you get 2 weeks notice, we drop a video, and then, or it'll be like something happens, and they'll be like, oh, this artist is dropping, like what was it? She was on the cover of Rolling Stone or something, I think, with Normandy and somebody else, so I can't remember. I feel bad right now. But, yeah, so it was like the three ladies of music or whatever.
Normani?
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot the other person, too. I don't know.
And, yeah, so they were like, these are the women who are running things. And then you were like, oh, okay, so SZA's probably dropping a project since she was on, was it Cardi? Could have been Cardi. Let's find out. Rolling Stone.
We're finding out. We're doing research right now. We're consulting
Women
our research
shaping
division.
the future.
Oh, we're getting
It was Megan Thee Stallion.
Meg Thee Stallion?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, research division.
Sorry, Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah,
but yeah, so yeah, and it's just like, Megan's dropping, Normandy's probably dropping, so it's like, okay, so they're all gonna drop music since it's like women shaping music. It'd be weird if they didn't drop music,
right?
So fans think, okay, they're dropping an album soon, and then they don't drop the album. They're like, where the fuck is this album? And then they kill somebody.
Okay,
it's usually how fandom works.
Back to DC fandom. What do you think of Batman? No, so I think, yeah, and I mean, everything's a surprise now, right? Like, Detroit 2 is coming out next week. Everybody was like, oh yeah, there's gonna be a Big Sean album when he dropped a single video last year, and people waited, and now he's announced today. He's like, oh yeah, my album's coming out next week. King's Disease by Nas, he's like, oh, the album's coming out in 2 weeks, and it comes out in 2 weeks. Kanye does this all the fucking time. He promises an album every week, and it never comes out, and nobody really cares. But I think we're just so apathetic now too, where it's like, when we were getting Good Kid, Mad City, or Pimp a Butterfly, or Control, or whatever, I think people were maybe a lot more invested in long-lasting music. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out my ass a little bit, but I think that the climate is different now, and I don't know if a label that's very traditional like TDE can last in a climate we have now where everything is so like, forget about. Look at Crash Talk, like that. People forgot about that album. I don't know, probably a week or two after it came out. Like, that was a very like whatever album, and maybe it was probably made that way too. I don't know. Like, that album didn't punch as heavy as Blank Face. Like, Blank Face is an album. Crash Talk is like a collection of songs, and I think the TDE pushes out albums so much. I don't know if, I mean, I know people are going to listen to it, but I don't know if like they know how to push an album out in this climate. I don't know. They probably do, but
I mean, yeah, no, I think they could come. I think it's just weird. It's like
when Kendrick announces a date, the whole world is going to shut down. Like, that's going to happen regardless.
I think as an artist, it would be, as an artist, even as a label, it would be unwise to release Reason right now, because especially smaller artists, you know that the rate of touring is not going to be as big. So you're going to have to get those small venues anyway, which are going to be hard, especially if even if things do open up, you're going to still have like 40% capacity. So 40% in a 200 person room is not going to really do anything for you.
Unless those tickets are like $400.
Yeah. So they have
to make your money back.
So they have to think about that. And then, I mean, I guess the only other option would be to like pair him with Kendrick. But then if you pair him with Kendrick, then it's like, all right, so when are we dropping this album? So, and then it's like, all right, well, Kendrick is really particular. Like, so he has to have his videos and everything in the can before he even thinks about dropping a project. Yeah. He's like, look, I'll do a voiceover for Kobe Bryant's commercial, but that is all you get from me in 2020.
That's it.
So
sample that.
Yeah, sample it. Put a beat on it.
Did you just announce a Reason and Kendrick Lamar joint album on the podcast?
Nah, joint tour.
Joint album.
Okay, bet.
He needs to be Jay-Z. Yeah, no, exactly. Well, I was thinking that, or
if anything, his joint album will be with Ab-Soul, because they're from the same place, and he's already been on 2 songs with them.
That's fair.
This year.
Well, I would picture him and Kaz on a joint album first. But I was gonna say, not Kendrick, but J-Rock. Like, you could sit, like, I'm sure they had a Reason J-Rock tour probably lined up for this year, because I think that's a perfect pairing of like, oh, we'll just send him out with Jay, and like somebody like Reason, I think you're totally right. Like, he needs touring and appearances and things like that to push him out and to bring him to a wider audience.
Fun fact, Reason already went on tour with J-Rock.
That's probably why it sounded like such a good idea in my head, is because they already went on tour together.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Was that last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have great ideas.
Yeah.
So that's free. That's free for you, Punch.
Hey, Punch, top. Make it happen.
Make it happen. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I think people are coming for Top. I don't remember. It was Top or Punch, but people were coming at them.
It was Punch.
Yeah, for Punch. For not putting out music. It was stupid. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna see any TD until next year. I hope I'm wrong. It'd be great to see a major. If Kendrick just drops on December 31st and is like, yeah, fuck it.
I think it'll all. We'll see. All right, so this is the most. I mean, actually, nah. I was gonna say something wild because I was gonna say I think it all depends on Drake, but then you realize Drake is a whole separate being. Like, he's going to do ridiculous numbers no matter the situation. So, I think it probably relies on Big Sean right now. What Big Sean does is actually going to be big. Because I think the baby went number 1 with like 110,000, which is, for all intents and purposes, good. Like that's a good numbers. You went number 1, great. But like, that's not the 700,000 plus that Drake's gonna end up doing. So I think that's gonna be like a catalyst. Like if you see Big Sean come out and do like 250 or something like that, then it might be a bigger chance for artists like Reason or even someone like J-Rock, Schoolboy Q, like somebody who's, well, I guess Schoolboy Q is probably on the Big Sean level now. It's weird. It's weird to think about, but like one of the B, C tier artists to drop an album and have it like have legs.
So I was looking at my list just now of albums I like this year, and I was trying to think. I was like, what major older artist, older meaning from
from the before times,
a few freshman covers ago. Like what major
you elder statesman, like Chance the Rapper
have dropped albums this year, and I think he's the first one.
Big Sean.
Yeah. I'm not counting Nas, obviously.
Nah, what you mean? Nas' freshman cover was fire.
The 1994 XXL Freshman list.
Wild.
That would be crazy.
That would have been disgusting.
Right?
Yeah. Who else big drop?
I think everybody else is like indie.
Yeah.
Indie.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think he's the perfect... Let's test to see. Yeah.
Theoretically, IDK dropped mixtape, IDK and Friends 2.
Yeah, but IDK is not on the same level as Big Sean.
Yeah. Well, you didn't say on the... You just said a few freshman covers ago.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like Big Sean, J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, who are the big rappers?
Asher Roth dropped.
Asher, did he? Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Man, I miss him. That
Blue in Exile dropped.
Mixtape. Okay, sure, that's fine. Whatever. Only you listen to that album.
But as you said previously, it's like these are indie artists now. Like they're not the mainstream artists.
Yeah, Big Sean's the one that has a machine behind him. Is pushing an album out. Like, do you think that's why Kanye didn't drop? I mean, there's probably other reasons, but do you think he's like maybe not?
No, Kanye didn't drop because he's Kanye.
Yeah, that's fair too.
Yeah,
that's probably more likely. Just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But fuck him.
$12.
I mean, Drake's coming out after Big Sean.
Yeah.
Big Sean's dropping next Friday.
Drake drops the week after, I think, right? He drops on the 11th, September 11th.
Yeah, it might be a cruel fall. Might be able to get these bars off.
All right, hold on. Let's see. Circles dropped. Mac Miller.
Okay,
but I mean, that doesn't count. He's
no.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it really.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because 2 Chainz dropped the joint album. Denzel Curry's also independent. So
2 Chainz dropped a joint album.
Yeah, his label album, 2 Chainz and True.
Oh, I did not hear about that. Okay, he's coming too. I think.
2 Chainz.
Yeah, I think he announced.
That'd be fire. Maybe some 2 Chainz.
I hope it's that Q-Tip album.
I hope so too.
I want to hear that. Yeah, I want to hear that. Logic dropped.
Oh yeah, that's right. Logic did drop. What did Logic do?
But
that's actually, you know what? Dang, what did Logic do? That's actually big. That's probably the biggest album. If it did numbers, that's probably the biggest album of this year.
But that's his retirement album.
But does that matter?
I think it also factors into it. I mean, I'm curious about numbers too, but he's not gonna I don't think he's losing any money off. Well, whatever. He's not gonna he probably wasn't. Well, actually, no. I sound so stupid right now. Yeah, I think he was gonna tour. He was talking about it. He talked about it in some interview. So yeah, he was gonna tour and do merch and all that stuff. So he lost that.
There's a rapper named. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. I thought I saw a rapper named Ill Nye, and I was like, all right.
That's a fire name.
Yeah. Yachty dropped a Lil Boat 3, but that's a mixtape, so can't really think about that. Dog, I'm in April. It's She-Eazy dropped at number 143 on the Billboard charts.
Nice. Our research department is looking at albums from this year.
Oh yeah, that are wondering. Juice WRLD's posthumous album dropped, and I think he did 500,000 or some crazy thing. So yeah,
I don't think he was on a tour off of that, but
R.I.P. Juice WRLD.
R.I.P.
Yeah, Logic debuted at number 2. Interesting.
Oh. Right. Okay.
But what number was it? What white person was he up against that week?
Jack Harlow. It was him and Jack Harlow.
Yo, if he went number 2 to oh damn, that's right. I forgot. All right, so back to the recap. Chance the Rapper went number 2 to NF last year with his debut album. He went number 2 to NF.
Well, yeah, it's because he dropped a 90-minute album full of unfinished songs.
But NF. Yo.
He loves his wife. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
No Pressure dropped. Okay, it sold 221,000.
That's pretty. I'm sure that's good.
It sold 172,000 pure album sales, which is that's really good. Yeah.
Oh my god. It's probably not his highest selling album.
Mm-hmm.
But that's still
good.
I mean,
hopefully it didn't have that second week drop of Everybody. Whew. That joint went from what was it, 200,000 to 25,000 or some shit like that. Oh.
Classic album. We're gonna go back to that album in 5 years and go damn, Logic was onto something. We messed up.
I will never go back to that album.
Not even for the Juicy J interlude.
Absolutely not. I don't even think. Is there a song I like on that? I don't think there's a song I like on that album.
I don't remember. Was it Black Spider-Man is on there?
Oh no. God. Yo, no. We can't do this.
Come on, yo.
Track listing.
They're doing our Logic retrospective now.
Nope.
To celebrate his retirement.
Nope.
What's your favorite song off of Everybody?
Nope. Definitely no.
Young Sinatra 9, is that on there?
Nope. Yeah, nah. I don't like any of these songs. It sucks because there's a song with Black Thought and Chuck D, and I'm still nah.
I don't remember what that sounds like.
I'm cool off that.
Yeah, I have no idea. Probably something about being biracial. I bet.
I was watching Dead End Hip Hop, and I think they were talking, and they were like, yeah, no, they were like,
they reviewed the album.
No, they reviewed No Pressure,
Yeah.
and they were talking, and they were like, I think it was either that or one of their live streams, but they were talking about like never seeing Logic mad, and I was like, no, you have seen Logic mad, but you're not gonna like it because it's gonna be him on the Caterpillar remix, where half his verse is just you guys talking about him being biracial and him being mad that you guys keep talking about him being biracial. It's like that's angry Logic. That's what you want.
Why do all white rappers, when they get mad, they just revert to Eminem? Like that's their reset point. It's like, oh, you made me mad, I'm gonna go listen to Marshall Mathers LP and I'm gonna write it 32. You're gonna be sorry. That's it.
That's a hit right there.
Yeah, done.
All right, so I'll ask you this. All right, so actually, so Big Sean's dropping. Big Sean and Drake are dropping next month. I don't think we're gonna get Kendrick this year, but
probably not.
We had the 2 J. Cole singles.
We did.
And that was the beginning of August or July, the end of July. One of the two.
End of July.
But so do we get a J. Cole album by the end of the year?
I think so. I think we get a surprise J. Cole album.
He's normally a December drop.
I was gonna say, I think he's gonna drop something probably in December.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Unless he drops like a video right now and he's like, oh yeah, album's coming in 2 weeks or whatever, then I think we can expect him by the end of the year to have something. He's already kind of promised. Like,
look, all I'm saying is, hey man, I know you're not watching this, but
Jermaine?
Not Jermaine.
Not Jermaine.
Donald
Glover.
Childish Gambino. It's a pandemic. I know you got like kids and stuff now. You're a family man, and I'm sure you're probably like writing Atlanta season 17.
Probably.
But
he's keeping Ludwig hostage.
If you feel like it,
feels like summer.
If you want to drop a rap album just out of the blue, hey, I'm down for it.
Cold-Stack
just out of the blue. Whatever. It could be anything. It could be Poindexter too, for all I care.
Oh, I'd like that a lot, actually.
Cul-de-sac 2 does make sense. It's been 10 years.
I don't think we're gonna get any more Childish Gambino music this year.
Oh no, for sure. But I just said it because there's just so much space.
It'd be great. He dropped that Sweat Pack, or what was it called? The fucking Untitled.
Untitled Unmastered Childish Gambino version.
Yeah.
It was 3/15/2020.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
I listened to it once and I was upset because I didn't know the song titles. That made me really mad. I was like,
they have the song titles laid out on Spotify.
No, that's stupid.
It's hold on. Let me.
I use
get
Apple
you these
Music.
Beautiful song titles for the Childish Gambino album.
Feels like summer.
I just like that. So the album titles are. Why is this doing this? The album titles are all just the time that the song starts.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, I don't care about it. Although I do see algorithm and time.
Oh, okay. They actually they named some. That's
I see 2 of them with names.
Yeah.
Yes, great.
But Feels Like Summer is on here, and it does not have a title. All right,
whatever. So he dropped like a short film with Rihanna. Who cares? He's fine.
That was last year.
Yeah, last year, whatever. Same thing.
Yeah, but 32/22. Oh man.
Really?
Chef kiss.
Really? Bars.
Hey.
Yeah. No,
bars.
I was upset. I love. We both love Childish Gambino. We both seen him perform multiple times, but it's I have because of the internet. I'm good. But I would love like a legit rap album from him, or another funk album. That'd be amazing. I would love just another solid album from him.
Just give me royalty too.
Give me royalty too. Oh, I love that. With what's it? Gonad. What was that guy's name?
Who?
I gotta look it up now. Goner.
Goner? I don't know who you're talking to.
Someone who's listening to this knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, what song?
I don't know. Shaheer. Hold on. Pause after I'm consulting the research department.
Our research department is really doing things today.
We're putting those interns to work, dog.
Just give me another backbeat and it's all good.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know why I can't find this song.
Young Chance the Rapper, not Love My Wife Chance the Rapper. Make him eat like a handful of
Gonage.
Xannies.
I can make arrangements.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, this was a I'm trying to prove to you.
Cash, don't say shit.
Man, I hope that guy's all right. This was like a young, I'm hungry, trying to prove to you that I'm from Atlanta. Childish Gambino. I was like, I can rap. I'm not just a nerd. Remember when he was trying to do that? He was trying to prove people that he was hard. So he dropped this in Stone Mountain. It's like
nah, Stone Mountain. I mean, so it's funny like looking back at these times because it's like, all right, so yeah, he dropped Camp and it got 1.6 on Pitchfork, so he was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go hard. And his whole like cadence and delivery changed. Mm-hmm. Like he wasn't talking from up here, he was talking from like down here.
Yeah.
So like just like the whole like the transition from listening to like him rap on like Freaks and Geeks and listening to him on Camp, it's just like, all right, yeah. He's not cheesy in the building, more cheese and macaroni anymore. And then he was like, I'm done with this.
And because of the internet. We can table this for another podcast because we like talking about Childish Gambino. But like, I think if that shift didn't happen, we would not have this amazing artist that we have now. Because it was at the point where he was just pandering. Like he was like, oh, I know I have like the hipster, indie, nerdy audience, so I can keep doing this. But then he got shit on, and I was like, okay, well now I have to do royalty, and then because of the internet, and then Stone Mountain, and then like everything, Awaken My Love, and like we got this amazing career out of it. So good. Shit on artists so they become better. I
mean, unless they just like, nah, I got bad money, I'm gonna keep doing this.
Yeah.
I.e. Wiz Khalifa.
Oh man, I loved Wiz Khalifa. That was high school, man. That was like all those Pilot Talk. That was Currency, but like his was it Cabin Fever with Currency?
Cabin Fever.
Flight School?
No, yeah, Flight School. There you go.
Cabin Fever was with Lex Luger. That was later. But yeah, Flight School.
Taylor Gang. Taylor Gang. Taylor Gang. Yeah.
All those old tapes from like when he was like really rapping. Wiz Khalifa. We could do an episode on him too. Give a little retrospective.
Just shit on him for half of it, but like, hey, let me go back to like when he did the Say You Will freestyle.
Yeah.
Remember 2009 Wiz? Yeah.
Man.
That's what I'm looking for.
And then that shit he did over that Santigold song. That was fire too. Man.
That album, which one? That's
that whole tape.
That is
I'm gonna look it up.
How Fly? Is that How Fly?
It might have been. Yeah, I think it was How Fly. And then Cushion Orange Juice. Oh my god.
Yeah.
With all the live instrumental. Oh man.
Really did some things back then.
If he came out with a Cushion Orange Juice Part 2, I think that could like reignite his career.
Didn't he come out with Cushion Orange Juice Part?
Fuck, did he?
Hold on. Oh, well. Maybe I'm wrong. No, he came out with Rolling Papers too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, not Cushion Orange Juice Part 2. He would never. He would never desecrate Cushion Orange Juice like that.
Him and Currency dropped a tape recently. Yeah,
and
I think nobody listened to it. I didn't listen to it.
That's probably good.
It's probably fine. Currency's been putting out music. Currency puts an album out like every week. He doesn't care.
He just done. All right, so do we have to get serious now?
Yeah, let's get serious. King's Disease was a disappointment. I'm kidding. What are we talking about?
Oh damn! I mean, I guess we could talk about that before we get serious.
Whatever. We're not talking about it. I mean, it was Hit Boy did his thing. It
wasn't a disappointment. It was just not aimed at us. All the old heads will love Nas's King's Disease, and they will tell us that we are young.
Yeah, and they'll be like, "Oh, this Hit Boy, he's making great beats."
If you've been in a 12-year relationship,
you have like child support you owe.
Yeah.
Or like you're going through a bad divorce, but like now you're like you come out on the other side of it and you've got clarity. Like this album's for you.
That's that's pretty much it. Like, yeah, if you have a whole new lease on life and love in your mid 40s or mid 30s, I guess this is the album for you.
Great production, and we got a Firm song. So I'm cool.
Like, it was just it's that situation where I think we talked about this last week too. It's just like it's good rap that it's just like, all right, that existed.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not a Nas fan.
I mean, I am a Nas fan, but I would listen to. All right, so I would say the old head albums this year. The old head albums, which is wild because I mean, Killer Mike is old head too, but Run the Jewels is nothing like this. But like the older Statesman albums are like J Electronica's his debut album, Old Head.
Yeah.
and
freshman from this year.
And this one.
Yeah.
which is I would put those on the same pedestal, and I'd say I'd go back to J Electronica's album.
Easy.
Way more than I'd go back to this Nas album.
J Electronica's album, I think, is an easier listen because those songs are not as dense.
Mm-hmm.
Lyrically, they might be, but there's a lot going on in these songs.
Mm-hmm.
In King's Disease, I was like, it's like Hit Boy's like very layered production at points, and then Nas just like going all these different directions. I was like, I can't listen to this right now.
Like,
I'm gonna listen to Polo G.
I'm not gonna lie. So this is how I started my day. I was like, oh dang, Vic Mensa dropped this album too.
Oh,
interesting.
Great tape.
And I was like, all right, let me listen to this Vic Mensa before I listen to Nas, because if I'm disappointed, at least I'll have Nas to fall back on. Yeah. Listen to Vic Mensa, I was like, oh man, I love this. Yeah. Listen to Nas, I was like, oh man, this is. I guess I should have listened to that Vic Mensa second.
Yeah. And Bodega Bams dropped the same day, and I was like,
Yams heard this. That's the project. I did not hear it.
It's good. Bodega Bams is Yams heard this. Bodega Bams is severely underrated, but that is a solid project. He's one of those guys who will always rap. His production's good too, but if you're trying to hear some shit, listen to that Bodega Bams.
And then Duckworth dropped too, but I have not gotten a chance to listen to the full thing.
Duckworth a rapper? Does he rap?
Duckworth is technically a band, I believe.
Yeah.
But they have.
He has great videos.
Duckworth is dope. So no, it says rapper.
The internet says he's a rapper.
Yeah.
I think he's like in the middle.
It's just his rapper and songwriter. I guess it makes sense. Yeah. But no, I like Duckworth. I listened to their last project. It was good. I haven't finished this one yet because it was more songs than I wanted to listen to.
Okay. I don't have time for that.
Right?
I've just negated my point earlier where I was like, I have so much time to listen to music. I
don't want to listen to it. I think, and then the only other album I listened to, which was an older album, no, I say older, but like 2 weeks older, I listened to the Amine album.
Is it good?
It's cool.
Limbo,
yeah.
I think I listened to like his first album and I was like, I'm cool off Amine.
Amine's cool. He's cool.
I did watch an interview with him where he was breaking down his production stuff. He's like very hands on with his music, which I respect.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure it's a solid album.
It's a solid album. It's worth a listen. There's once again singing on it, and these goddamn hybrids.
Yeah,
just give me a rap album. But then more so than anything, that Vic Mensa album, as I told you, it was dope. I listened to the first 3 songs. I was like, okay, bam, bam, bam. We get this real Drake intro flow for the first 3 songs.
His Tuscan leather intro.
Drake. Yeah. And then he just got real personal, and I was like, oh man, damn, now I'm sad.
Yeah.
So.
But it was still Drake flows.
No, not the last 2. The last 2 songs were not Drake flows.
I guess it was like those first few.
Yeah, those first 3 songs were all 100% Drake flows.
Yeah.
And then the third song was, but then those the last 2 songs were the Vic Mensa run-on sentence flow. Yeah.
It's worth a listen if you miss like Vic Mensa rapping. If you miss like Internet Tape and
he rapped on every song.
Yeah.
On every song. It is funny because I was earlier in the year, I guess not even too far, probably like a month ago when he did the release. It was like No More Tears. He dropped a song because they did the collaborative album about like police reform or police brutality. That song was fire, and then the next song that came on after that was 16 Shots.
Yep.
And I was just like, oh yeah, Vic, like he can rap.
Yeah.
Like he can rap very well. And I was like, dang. I was like, yo, Vic Mensa can rap. And then I asked this question, which might be, it should be quick. Oh crap! Why is this battery dying? I'm gonna die soon. But I mean, I could just put a new battery in it and vamp for a second because we still have to talk about that last topic. But yeah, what would have happened if Vic Mensa blew up before Chance?
I mean, based on where Chance's career went.
No, I mean like
much of a difference.
No, well, all right. So Chance is huge, right? But I'm just saying, think about it. All right, so Vic Mensa went through an absolute identity crisis. He dropped Internet Tape. They were like, he just sounds like a Chance clone, which was wild because he's like, I mean, come on, man. I was rapping before he was rapping. Like, and then Chance, he drops the collaborative tape with Donnie Trump and In the Social Experiment.
Right.
It is like, all right, well, that's basically my whole old band.
Right.
So it's just like, all right, what could I do? So then he drops in, he does the auto-tune stuff, the more trap inspired, the more drill inspired stuff. And it's like, if he would have came out first and he would have brought that Chance the Rapper sound or the Vic Mensa sound to the world first, like, would Chance have that identity crisis?
I don't think so. I think they're both built differently. Like,
right.
Vic seems like a more like emotional person who's more like, I think he's more of a Kid Cudi. And
what
Chance
do you mean?
is more of a, like,
Chance loves his wife. How much more emotional can he get?
You either love your wife or you hate your wife.
Yes.
Those are the only two emotions you can have as a man. No, I think they're two different people. Like Chance probably would have stayed on the underground or like pivoted to like more social justice stuff or something. I think it would have gone that direction anyway. I think Vic would have blown up and maybe would have collapsed.
Yeah, there's a possibility.
Yeah.
Given his subject matter on, this stuff that he has dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, when Vic is really rapping, he's really rapping and has like some actual things to say. And when he's talking about like Duce lockers and stuff like that, and it's just like, nah, I don't want to hear you singing autotune.
No.
And that's pretty much it. But I mean, he's on Life of Pablo, so. He
is. Wolves. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
It is.
That's not the melody. All right, well, you can get mad for a few minutes, then we'll wrap it up. We'll try to be brief. I'm getting hungry. I gotta go eat dinner. But fuck Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
I think is the consensus, and I think how we all feel, and I will say the sad part about this is, and we're talking about Tory Lanez. Shot Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion came out on IG Live and was like, "You shot me."
Yeah. Finally. It was suspected initially. I can't say words. It was I really can't say word. Say it. Say it for me. Say it for me.
It was initially.
It was initially suspected that he was the shooter because of the people that were in the car, but she actually said now that he fired out of the window as she was walking away from the car, shot at her feet, and that's what happened.
Yes. And the thing that makes me so mad is that she came out and said it and was like, "You shot me," and people are still spraining their thumbs and tweeting and speaking out and going like, "What? No, we don't believe you. Where's the evidence?" People are... They're
the worst.
Okay. Like, this is such a big problem, I think, overall, is like people just don't listen to women, and people don't listen to black women. Like if somebody's coming out and saying something, shut up and listen and look at the facts. Like everything's pointing towards this. Obviously innocent until proven guilty, whatever, suck my dick. But like look at everything that's pointing towards this. The fact that she's coming out and she even said it in her IG live. She was like, I didn't want to say anything because the cops came. And we all know how this is going to turn out. She had his back after he shot her.
Right.
That's how fucking woke she is. And people are still coming out and they're like, Tory Lanez wouldn't do that. That's insane. Like, why would you? You're caping for this like 4'6" dude from Toronto who doesn't pay your bills. He doesn't feed your family. He doesn't take you to work. He doesn't pay for your school. He doesn't pay for your loans. You got his back. This dude who you don't even know, you're believing him over a woman who says you did it and everybody's lying about it. That's who you're defending. You're defending this dude who you don't even know, who's done nothing for you.
Right.
I'm not saying Meg's done that for people, but it's just it's the principle of it that you are not listening or hearing a black woman and you are just blaming her and not oh yeah, she started it. She got mad or they got into it.
Yeah, I think that's the fucked up part is that everybody jumps into it's the same thing that they did like with unfortunately Chris Brown Rihanna. It's just like
exactly
the first thing is not are you okay? It's what did she do, which is wild. Like why would you jump to what did she do?
Yeah,
it's just like all right, probably unless she shot him first.
Yeah, that's a different story.
What could she have possibly done to deserve to be shot? And
as she was walking away from the situation.
Unfortunately, right now we have a case where a man was shot 7 times in the back by the cops, going to his car, not doing anything. Nobody was like, well, I'm sure some people were like, because they're crazy, but the question shouldn't be what did he do? It's just like, why would you do that? Why? That shouldn't be the recourse at all.
Yeah.
Like, especially if she's walking, was she walking away to get an RPG? Because unless she was walking away to get a freaking turret gun and shoot up the entire car, I can't imagine having any type of impulse to shoot at someone's feet. Like maybe he thought it was like a movie and he could shoot at the feet and she would like dance around and there would be no damage.
It's like a warning shot or something.
Yeah, like a warning shot. But no, first of all,
should go to the hospital.
You're not a sharpshooter, and second of all, shrapnel. Like that's a thing. Like it's gonna ricochet. It's going to come out. So even if she didn't get physically shot in like deep in the foot by the bullet, it's going to be a gunshot wound.
Yeah.
And people saying like I saw the thing earlier that on the Shade Room they were saying like somebody posted if you were hanging out with somebody who coined demon time and you're hanging out with them on demon hours, then you maybe there's an issue or something like that. And it's just like, what does that even mean? And Tory Lanez liked it. Don't speak up. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
It's all this victim blaming bullshit. That's why people don't say anything, because they're like, oh, well, they're not even gonna believe me anyway.
Yeah, and it's like even in her live stream, she was like, yeah, no, I wasn't going to say anything because, I definitely wasn't going to say there's a gun in the car while there's 4 black people in the car, because then the cops would just be likely to shoot up the car. Yes. And then she was like, and then I didn't say anything afterwards because I'm like, all right, well, look, I didn't die. The injuries for a great reason, like on God's grace, like the injuries weren't bad, weren't horrible, but I'm still gonna suffer from some PTSD about it. I don't ever want to see this man. Hopefully he gets like deported or something. There's a witness. The witness could say what she wants. I'm not gonna be involved because that's just the type of morals that I have. But then if his camp is going out there saying like, of course, yeah, you haven't seen her talk about it, so you obviously know Tory Lanez didn't shoot her. That's dumb. And then she finally says something and you're like, oh no, why are you doing it? First of all, you guys made her talk about it.
Yes. She didn't want to.
She didn't want to.
Shame on everyone who's defending Tory Lanez right now.
Yeah.
You are disgusting.
That's gross.
Yeah.
And I don't ever want to hear another Tory Lanez song.
I didn't even before. Now I definitely don't want to. I don't want to see an interview with him. I don't want to see people. I don't want to see tweets. I don't want to see any statements coming out. Just take him back to Canada and leave him up there.
It's just like in a situation like this, it's just like, no, absolutely not. Especially with a gun involved. Like why?
There should be more men defending Megan Thee Stallion, and there are not.
Yeah.
Which is gross.
There should be more people in general just admonishing Tory Lanez.
Exactly.
And there's not. There's like that. But he made quarantine radio. Why would he do this?
And I want his career to be over.
You don't know this man at all. Like, it's not like anybody's like, I grew up with him. We've been close friends since the second grade.
He gave my mom a kidney.
We've been together, ride or die. Like I've known every single relationship that he's been in his life. I've talked to the women after. They've all said, "Oh yeah, he was the sweetest man ever. He came to my wedding. He paid for the ring." Like none of this. There's no, and that's the cult of celebrity that. It's just the worst thing. It's just like you gravitate towards a person, and no matter what they do, it's either going to be something like, "Oh, there has to be a reason for it." Or if they do something, or if it's somebody that you genuinely don't like and something happens, then you're going to find a reason to blame them. Yeah. And that's all backwards. That's stupid. Like, treat these people like they're just regular people. If somebody just on the street in your neighborhood shot a lady's feet, there's no chance you'd be like, no, but I want to get to the bottom of the story. You'd probably be like, that's a vile individual. If you saw that come up on the news and it wasn't two celebrities, you'd probably be like, what is wrong with this person? Yeah. But because he's a celebrity and he made girls twerk with chocolate ice cream on their butt, like it's just like, all right, he's cool. And it's not cool. It's just not. That says it all.
Yeah. If you, anybody that knows me, if you still like Tory Lanez and want to listen to his music or defend him, please don't talk to me. Fuck that.
If you're a DJ and your set involves Tory Lanez, it's in the function, what's your problem? Yeah. His verse could be removed from any song, including his T-Pain remix of I'm Sprung.
Shout out to everybody that's removing him from their albums and verses and shit. I think Kehlani just came out and was like, "Oh, that song's not on the album anymore." And I hope other people do that because this needs to happen. Yeah.
Shout out.
We can't let a Chris Brown situation happen where he comes back a couple years later and everyone's like, "Oh wow, thank God Chris Brown's back." Fuck that.
And like, I'm sure legal reasons, but he has to. There's actually nothing he can say, but I fully expect him to say something if he wants to continue a life. But once again, hey, we've seen 6ix9ine, I know, come back and it's like nothing. So yeah, we'll see what happens in 3 months.
Yeah, we'll see.
I hope Drake reignites the beef.
Just puts on his Nike gloves. Fucks him up. All right, I gotta go. I gotta eat some fucking dinner. But I wish we could keep talking about that. But I'm sorry if we're ending on a sad note.
No, it's cool. I'll just cut the Nas part and just put it at the end.
I mean, whatever if you want. But this has been.
Don't tell me what to do.
Listen, Shaheer. No, this has been the Don't Fake podcast. Thank you for tuning in again. Yes. We're trying this new thing out. We're trying to be a little bit more regular about it. Trying to give you guys more content. Thank you to everybody who watched the video and tuned in and listened last time.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you for letting us know how you felt about it. Leave comments, like it. Just reach out to us. Tell us how you feel, what you like, what you dislike, what you want us to talk about. I don't care.
Yeah, if there's anything you want to hear us talk about, let us know beforehand, so we just don't freestyle it.
Yeah, that'd be great. But thank you for tuning in. We will be back maybe next week.
We'll see.
Be safe. Wash your hands. Black Lives Matter.
I don't think there's any music coming out, so we might not be back next week.
Yeah, we might not back. Who knows? We'll be back for
after Big Sean.
After Big Sean comes out, we'll see.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace.